What's going on YouTube? So in today's video, we have yet another credit union funding play. So in today's video, we're going to be reviewing Farmers Insurance Federal Credit Union. What makes this unique is that Farmers Federal Credit Union initially was restricted to farmers insurance agents or their family members. Currently, there's no geographic restrictions, meaning this is available nationwide. They just recently became eligible through the American Consumer Council, which I talk about all the time. So when you go on their website, there's several ways that you can join. Let's say you're not a member. It gives you several ways that you can join. In terms of eligibility, farmers insurance employees, agents, or join our nonprofit financial education partner, the American Consumer Council, at no cost to you. I know a lot of you guys are already members of the ACC through some of the other credit unions we've shared before. But another great benefit is that there's no hard pull for membership. Now, I know that's probably one of the most annoying things when you're getting a hard inquiry just to join a credit union. And there are credit unions out there that will hard pull you. But I'm glad to say that Farmers Insurance Federal Credit Union does not pull your credit. So they're not going to be a hard inquiry on Experian, TransUnion, or Equifax. Now, another great benefit is that they allow double dipping. Double dipping allows you to get multiple credit products without having to rack up multiple inquiries. However, you do have to apply within a 30-day window, because outside that window, they will have to pull your credit again. This is one of the major advantages when it comes to a lot of credit unions. Now, not every credit union, but a lot of credit unions allow you to get multiple products with just one hard inquiry. First, let's go over their personal loans. They offer a signature loan with terms out to 60 months or 5 years, and you could borrow up to $40,000 with variable APR as low as 9.74%. They also have a signature line of credit with credit limits up to $40,000. Now, personal lines of credit are an absolute game changer because it offers a little bit more flexibility than a credit card. If you need cash access, you could just transfer from the line of credit to a checking account. It's better than a loan because you don't need to use the funds at this particular moment. You just have the PLOC, the personal line of credit, on the sidelines until you're ready to deploy it, and you're not going to incur any interest until you draw down on it. Now, let's go over some of their personal credit cards. So they have a personal credit card offer right now, 0% APR for 6 months after you spend $5,000 in the first 3 months. With all of their credit cards, except for their secure card, they come with a 0% APR for 6 months. With the Crystal Visa, they offer 3% cash back on all purchases. The reason it doesn't say unlimited is because you're capped at $10,000 per statement cycle. So let's say you spend $10,000 per month, then you can get up to 3% on that $10,000. Anything over that, then it goes down. So that's why it says up to 3%. You don't need to worry about rotating categories or anything like that. The 3% is going to be for the first 12 months. And after that is going to be 2.5% cash back on everything. No foreign transaction fees. Now, this is pretty much identical for anyone who remember the Alliant Visa signature card, the old version of it, where you can get 3% cash back in the first year, capped at $10,000 per billing cycle. So this is pretty much identical to that. Next up, we got the Visa Platinum. So this earns 1.5 points per dollar spend. And then last but not least, you have the Visa Select. So the Visa Select is going to be the low APR card. So with rates as low as 8.99% to 18%. They also have what's called the Blue Visa. So this is for those looking to build or repair their credit. I also wanted to go over some of the mortgage loans. So some of the options that they have: 100% financing VA loans, 100% financing USDA loans, 97% financing for conventional loans, 96.5% financing for FHA loans, and 95% financing high balance loans, as well as reverse mortgages, no regular mortgage payments. In addition, they also have fixed rate home equity loans, as well as home equity lines of credit. And what's unique about the home equity line of credit is that you could borrow up to 100% of your home's equity, up to $350,000 with rates as low as 7.74%. This is available on primary residence up to 4 units, 80% loan to value max for purchases. Now, what really makes Farmers Insurance stand out is that they have agency loans. Originally, they were designed for insurance agents, or, if you owned an agency. And so these are going to be specific to those in the insurance industry, specifically farmers insurance agents or agency owners. Now, they have agency secured line of credit where you can borrow up to $50,000. If you have established contract value, you can qualify for a line of credit. They have the secured line of credit, and they have the secured loan. So these are basically secured by the established contract value. They have a signature business loan up to $100,000, rates as low as 9.99% APR in terms out to 84 months. They also have a business signature line of credit where you can borrow up to $100,000 and rates as low as 10.74% APR. There's also flex loans as well as agency staffing loans. They have commercial real estate loans. So let's say you wanted to establish a commercial office, actually own a commercial office for your insurance agency. They have commercial real estate loans where you can borrow up to 75% of the contract value towards the down payment on new office space or refinancing your current building. And these are loans from $50,000 up to $5 million with terms out to 15 years. Minimum 20% down payment required. Interestingly, they also have what's called an agency acquisition loan. So if you're thinking about buying an agency, the credit union can finance that where you can borrow against the contract value up to 75% with rates as low as 7.99%. And if you need more money, you can get an agency acquisition loan with rates as low as 10.99% in terms up to 84 months. This is an absolute game changer if you're looking to become an insurance agency or own your own practice with Farmers Insurance. They pretty much have all the products you would need. Double dipping is allowed if it's within a 30-day time period. And in terms of the data points, so they will do a hard pull on Experian for credit products. So this includes loans, credit cards, and lines of credit. They're going to be using Experian, and the limits on the personal products, so the credit cards, the lines of credit, as well as the loans, go up to $40,000. Proof of income is required, so they will be utilizing your debt to income ratio as well as your Experian FICO A credit score to evaluate you for different loan products. They have a 3% cashback card on all categories for the first year, up to $10,000 in monthly spend. It goes down to 2.5% after the first year. And again, they also have insurance agency loans, which includes, among other things, a $100,000 business line of credit, secure business lines of credit, commercial real estate loans, and agency acquisition loans if you're looking to buy an existing insurance agency. So overall, that's an absolute game changer for anyone who's looking to, start a career in insurance. And then they have a 100% loan to value home equity line of credit up to $350,000. They have a ton of great products among the personal as well as on the business side. If you're looking to get a career or buy an insurance agency, they have a ton of great financial products. What makes it unique is that originally they were restrictive and one of the harder credit unions to become a member, but I'm glad to announce that this is open nationwide. You can join if you're already a member with the American Consumer Council. And if you aren't a member of the American Consumer Council already, I'll drop a link in the description of the video. But anyone who's looking to establish relationships with credit union, I highly recommend joining the American Consumer Council because it'll get you into dozens of great financial institutions. That's all I wanted to cover in today's video. Let me know your comments and questions down below. Until next time, take it easy and we'll talk to you soon. Peace.